rocks. Oh oh. Young little girl says she loved the naughty dread. She loved.
Back again with another exciting video. Today's video, I am going to address a lot of people that are in this community. Some people call it conscious community. Well, today's video's title is going to be, don't listen to conscious community clowns when it comes to spirituality. Why do I say that? Because a lot of people you meet, especially the Hotep brothers, the brothers that come about saying, the electromagnetic pulse of the current perspective, the spirit, there's no such thing as spirit, brother. The spirit comes from, the fusion of your, listen, man, all that is utter nonsense and BS. Yes, I'm talking to you, the brother that steps out like, oh, he's high and mighty, and he says that he's functioning from his, energy chakra and his kundalini, activating the kundalini. What the fuck is this mess? Let's be honest. When we're addressing spirituality, we gotta approach it realistically. You got people talking about levitation, all this moving objects with your mind. This is utter BS. Listen, anyone that is experienced, anyone in hoodoo, anyone in Palo Mayombe, anyone in voodoo knows that everything has its physical counterpart. So, for someone to be talking this nonsense of moving objects with your mind, physical objects with your mind, you might as well say catching bullets with your teeth on some Last Dragon shit. Listen, I am not here to knock the historical information that is spread with various people that do their research when it comes to history, African history. I love it. Listen, I am a person who read a lot of work when I was younger, from Chancellor William, John G. Jackson, Yosef bin Yakinen, Sheikh Anta Diop, Ivan Van Sertima. I've read a lot of the works, so I am not a person that is ignorant. I am just saying, when it comes to spirituality, listen, that is not your domain. Stay in your books. Those of you coming out of nowhere, I guess, I don't know, maybe you feel that you've read, I guess, these spiritual books. Let me just say something. The one thing that fucks everything up is when a lot of you clowns take Eastern philosophy and you try to apply it to African spirituality. Listen, I understand that the East, when we're talking about the East, India, I understand that the original people were Black Dravidians. I understand that completely. But that is a tradition in its own. Leave it there. Please do not try to correspond this system to African systems, because they don't mix. It just sounds foolish to say, oh, the throat chakra corresponds to, to Ochosi, the solar plexus chakra corresponds to Shango. This is utter nonsense. You never find in any of these African traditions any reference to basic chakras. This is an Eastern philosophy, an Eastern concept. Leave it where it's from. Please do not mix these things up, because you sound ridiculous. Ridiculous. And it's just aggravating. Like, when I just hear these people, some of these people come to me and talk to me, and, especially when it comes to spirituality. Listen, if you do not know what you're doing, shut the fuck up. Because it's just aggravating. Oh, my root chakra is out of, my root chakra is misaligned. What the fuck are you talking about? Even in the tradition that you're talking about, a lot of you do not know what you're talking about. Because there's no such thing as a fucking chakra being misaligned. That is from your misunderstanding. That is from you reading and listening to white folks. Because if you're talking about chakras, you're talking about an energy that doesn't even have a physical counterpart in the body. So how the fuck can something be misaligned? That is something physical. See, that is the understanding, the foolishness. This is the macaquerie, or monkey business. So I can go into Eastern philosophy and talk about some of those things, because I've been there. I studied asana, transcendental yoga for a good time when I was younger. The saunas, everything, breath exercises. But when you step into the African world, leave the tradition where it belongs. See, if I'm coming from an African perspective, if I'm going to India, talking to someone from India, okay, I gotta leave what I studied in Haiti alone. You know, whatever African traditions, I have to leave it there. And I have to understand this culture now. You know, the problem comes when we start trying to integrate shit where they don't need to be. This is fucking stupid, man. You know, I mean, didn't you got people talking about, oh, electrons, there's no such thing as spirits, there's just electromagnetic energy. Then motherfuckers is talking about, oh, my subconscious mind, you know, I'm communicating. Shut the fuck up. God damn. You know, this shit is just so fucking aggravating. You know, like, my subconscious mind. You really think the spirit world is your fucking subconscious mind? You are a fucking idiot. Yes, I know, if we're talking about consciousness whatsoever, I understand its role and its play in reality. But when you start trying to limit everything to your subconscious mind, this is purely a European view of things, where they try to put everything in a psychological way of understanding things because they cannot grasp spiritual concepts. It is just sad that so-called conscious community brothers, even sisters, fall into this mess where they try to mimic white people's understanding of spirituality. People have to separate things in their perspective. You can't take a European perspective and apply it to African spirituality because it doesn't mix. So if that said, I conclude this video. Hopefully people understand where I'm coming from. Again, I am not knocking the history down that a lot of research and a lot of people are doing. I'm just saying, please leave spirituality where it belongs. You know what? Before I even go, just think about this. People talking about extraterrestrials and, you know, people from different planets. Where the fuck did this come from? You know? I mean, they're talking about Anunnaki, and now they're talking about Elohim. Now they're talking about, you know, voodoo spirits and shit like that. Come on, what the fuck is this? You know, I mean, listen, I'm not, you know what? People know who they are. I'm not going to mention any names in this video, but I'm just saying this. I'm just saying, man, it's ridiculous, man. Like, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.
I love her, whoa, cause she don't get attracted to the sound. Young girl, young girl, young girl, young girl, in love. I want her dreadlocks,